Guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video, we are going to be doing the best of beauty for 2016, but for oily skin. Now, I've seen like a million best of beauty videos floating around on YouTube at the minute, and I have had a lot of requests from you guys, so I thought, let's do it a little bit differently. You guys know all the good eyeshadows, all the good lip products, all of, you know, good perfumes and everything for 2016, but nobody has done a best of oily skin products. So I thought that's what we're going to do here in this video today. So if you are interested in learning the best things for oily skin, so moisturizers, primers, setting sprays, foundations, concealers, powders, cheek products, eyeliners, mascaras, all of that, then please keep on watching. So I feel like the best way to do this is to do it in order of how I would apply things. So I'm gonna start out with moisturizer. This little baby here is the MAC Oil Control Lotion, and I have been using this flat out for about, I'm gonna say 3 months now. It is an absolute godsend. It actually stops my skin from producing oil and it balances out the oil production over my face. So I get less oil through the T-zone and it kind of disperses it to the drier areas on my cheeks and stuff. It's just like some kind of black magic, like I'm telling you, it is crazy. I have got a full review video coming on this one, and I will show you, before and afters and how it wears throughout the day, and like a comparison of what my skin is like with and without it. So definitely look out for that, but I love this little guy. Next up, a couple of primers that definitely deserve honorable mention, and all of them you guys have probably heard me rave about before. So first up, of course, the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. You guys know that this is my hands down all-time favorite primer for oily skin. It's not even marketed towards oily skin, but it does something, especially when it's worn under the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, it does something incredible and makes my face a hell of a lot less oily. Second honorable mention is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. Now, I don't really think that this brand gets a lot of hype or a lot of attention on social media or anything like that. I could be wrong, but I feel that it's relatively underrepresented on here. This is the Pores No More primer, and it says on here that it minimizes the look of pores. It definitely does that. It says it absorbs oil. It definitely does that. And it says that it mattifies shine. And it definitely does that. This was a total accidental find for me. One of the lovely girls at Mecca Maxima, which is a beauty store here in Australia, recommended this to me, so I picked it up, and it has changed my life. Honestly, if you're an oily girl, you're gonna love this stuff. And then third honorable mention is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Gosh, it's got a big name, this one. Now, this one can be kind of tricky to use. I recommend using a finger and pressing it into the skin, like just using sort of like very light pressing motions. This dries down so quickly, so only use tiny amounts of product at a time, and it kind of feels like it makes your skin kind of firm, like nearly when you smile it could crack. So I only use this through my T-zone and a little bit on either side of my nose, kind of underneath my eyes. This is not a primer that you can apply over your entire face because it is so mattifying, but definitely for problem areas where you produce, larger amounts of oil, this is going to be a winner. Had to give an honorable mention to rosehip oil. I've spoken to you guys about this before. Oily skin is actually a result of dehydrated skin, and oil combats oil. So when we actually apply oils to our skin goes, oh, I'm not actually as dehydrated as I thought I was. I'm not going to overproduce way too much oil and make you a hot cakey mess. I'm going to slow it down a bit and keep things a little bit more matte. So I always apply an oil before bed. I would never apply it before my makeup routine because, girl, your makeup's going to slide right off. But before bed, slather and just bask in it, slather oil all over your face, and I guarantee that within about maybe 3 to 4 weeks, you're going to have a completely different skin type than you did before. I feel like this little guy doesn't even need an introduction. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I feel like we were made for each other. We have this ongoing romance. I think we're in our 5th year now. This stuff is hands down the best foundation on the market for oily skin. And I feel totally confident in saying that. Totally confident. It's medium buildable coverage, so you can get quite a full coverage out of it. I think that it looks quite natural on the skin, but at the same time, if you really want to pack it on, you can get, a really flawless look out of it. Comes in a really great range of colors. I've got a very yellow undertone in my skin, as you can see. Thankfully, this comes with yellow undertones as well, which is actually quite rare in a lot of foundations. I find that a lot of foundations are very pink. This one's perfect, and the most important part, it lasts, it just goes and goes and goes. It has got the stamina of a stallion. This is the one foundation that I can wear all day without having to touch up at all. It keeps my face really matte. It doesn't get cakey. It doesn't break down. Beautiful foundation. If you don't have it, you need it. 2017 New Year's resolution. Invest in Estee Lauder Double Wear. Invest. The drugstore version of that is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I adore this as well. This is essentially like the Estee Lauder but a drugstore version. Now it's not as good, don't get me wrong, but if you're not wanting to spend the money on the Estee Lauder and you're wanting something a little bit more budget friendly, I would definitely recommend this one. It's fantastic. It looks flawless. It looks beautiful, stops oil, and doesn't get cakey. I love her. As far as concealers go, and this is technically not a concealer, you all know I had to mention the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. This stuff is a life changer. If you have issues with your makeup rubbing off anywhere, I don't care if it's your nose, your top lip, your forehead, your cheeks, your eyes, wherever it is, if you apply this first, so, don't apply it over top of a regular primer, apply it straight onto your skin. If you apply this first, the foundation in that area will not budge. And again, I do have a whole separate video talking about this and why I love it and how it works. This stuff is amazing. And I've been using it as eyeshadow primer for, I'm going to say, the better part of about 6 years, like a really, really long time. I go through these like they're going out of fashion. Like, look, this one's nearly empty as well. Seriously, the best eye primer on the market. Your eyeshadow won't crease, it won't get oily, it won't budge. It really increases the intensity and the vibrancy of the colors. It is amazing, amazing. And technically, it's not even an eyeshadow primer. It's a cream eyeshadow, so... As far as the best concealers go, I have got two here that definitely deserve honorable mentions. The first one being the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Again, I've spoken about this on many, many occasions. This is a super lightweight, fluidy concealer that has, like, it seriously packs a punch as far as coverage goes and, like, sort of pigment intensity. Oh, this stuff's amazing, and it's so great with oily skin. It doesn't break down, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't get cakey. It's like... I feel like it's bomb-proof. Like, I really, really do. So good. And then the other one is the, again, Estee Lauder Double Wear Waterproof Concealer. So again, if you've got very, very oily skin, or, you work in environments that are quite hot, so if you live in hotter areas, or, I don't know, you might work at an indoor pool and be in a really hot, humid environment all the time, this stuff will see you through until the finish. Like, this stuff is insane. And also, it's like extreme, extreme, extreme cover. This stuff will cover tattoos, pigmentation, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, like literally everything. There's nothing that this guy won't cover. So yeah. Got two powders to mention. The Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I love this. I have been through so many of these this year. Great for baking, great for general, like, all over setting. Dry skin, not so much. This can, like, because it is so mattifying, dry skins, probably you guys are going to absolutely, like, just revolt this, like, just hate it. But for oily skin types, it is one of the best setting powders that you can get your hands on. It is, I don't know. And not only does it keep your face matte all day long, it actually, I don't know what it does. And especially if you use it with a damp beauty blender to set your face, all your pores will be gone, all your fine lines will be gone, like, your skin will look perfect and it will stay matte. And then a more affordable version of the Laura Mercier powder, in my opinion, is the RCMA No Color Powder. Again, I've spoken about this a stack of time in recent videos. It's an extremely, extremely finely milled translucent setting powder. So neither of these setting powders will actually alter the color of your foundation. They're completely transparent, and also neither of them flash back in flash photography. But the only drawback of this one is I really hate the packaging. Like, oh, it's so messy. It goes everywhere. I feel like I breathe half of it in. They need this kind of packaging. So yeah, definitely hands down the two best setting powders of 2016 for oily skin. Quickly wanted to mention some cheek products. I know as well as you guys that when you've got oily skin, it can be very difficult to keep your bronzer and your blush in place. Because, the oil melts down the foundation, and the foundation melts down the bronzer and the blush, and it all ends up looking really patchy and awful. Sleek cheek products are seriously out of this world pigmented. They are so pigmented, like, Do I need to say more? And I don't know what it is about their formulas, but once these are on your face, they do not go anywhere. They're extremely inexpensive. I think both of these retail for about $7 or $8. They're so affordable. Ridiculous pigmentation and ridiculous staying power. So I love these. These are actually formulated for women of color out of interest, which is why they've got so much pigment and they pack so much of a punch on the cheeks. But guaranteed these will not melt down on your face during the day. They will stay in place and they will hold their intensity and their vibrancy. Love these. I've got two eye products that I wanted to mention quickly. The MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I know, again, as well as you guys know, with oily skin, our mascara tends to transfer a lot under the eyes. Also on top of the eyes, in the eyelids, it just turns into a hot, smudgy mess. This mascara, I guarantee, will never smudge. I can wear it rain, hail, or shine, and it never smudges. It's fantastic, and it actually has a teeny tiny little brush head. See that there? It's just really great for smaller eyes. Like, my eyes aren't huge, and I can get the tip of this mascara right onto the inner and outer corners and really coat all of the lashes. Whereas bigger brushes, you know, they kind of miss those lashes because you just, like, it's really hard to get in there. And then also the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. Adore this, and this is hands down my favorite eyeliner for oily skin. Again, it just doesn't transfer or smudge, and it's got a really nice fine tip point. So you can get a really, like, nice, precise, crisp wing using this one. You know what? I've been using this one for, oh, it's kind of gross, but I reckon about 8 months, and she hasn't dried out. Like, it just goes. It just goes and it goes and it goes. So yeah, definitely had to mention that one. And then last but not least, I wanted to mention the GERARD Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Sprays. These came onto the market earlier in 2016. They changed the game. They are such an incredible setting spray. They are alcohol based, which makes them perfect for really keeping your makeup in place all day long. I feel like there are a lot of sprays on the market out there that claim to, we'll extend the wear of your makeup and we'll stop shine and we'll do this and we'll do that. Really, they're just like mineral waters. They essentially increase shine and increase dewiness. This stuff is like hardcore, straight out a setting spray that will make your makeup stay in place all day long. I love it, and it's not particularly expensive. I think these are about $20 full price. Don't quote me on that. And I have got the coupon code JOY that will get you 25% off, so they'll drop down to about $16. But you don't have to use the code. I'm just letting you guys know. My favorite setting sprays for oily skin, hands down. So that is it for my little roundup of top favorite beauty products from 2016. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. In the comments down below, let me know what your top favorite products were. I would love to hear, we're all oily girls. It seems like we're all oily girls here on this channel. So let me know what you were loving and what changed your life. And if it changed your life, it's likely going to change my life. So let me know. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Maybe? Nah, I will.